there is a perspective that in order to protect and preserve our natural and historical assets, that we must use them. There's a perspective about preservation and protection, which is that what we must do is lock them off from everybody and prevent people from going there. Not only is that impractical, it is not in the nature and spirit of man to be separated from his history or his environment, even if there is a predilection in some to want to destroy. But that predilection only exists because of ignorance. So the effort to separate man from his environment and his history, which is a very costly thing to do, the cost that you would use to do that, let's spend that on educating our people that they are not only given the biblical dominion over their land, but they were created in the image of God to protect it and preserve it and use it for good. And that is the philosophy that I would like to see pervade the discourse about protecting both our natural and environmental assets and our historical assets as well. We must use them. The greatest threat to your environment and to your historical assets is poverty and ignorance. So if you really want to see the preservation of these assets, use them to create wealth. Notice what I said, to create wealth, not riches. And that is why in everything we do, we want to preserve these 200 acres of phenomenal biodiversity. We can't throw the farmers off it. No. We secure a piece and we say to them, look, you go on it. And you know what happened now because this is your livelihood? Protect it. Protect it. When you see people come through and doing all kind of wrongs and destroying it, I don't have to post a security guard there that I have to pay, who might fall asleep. 24/7 I have the best security guards. Not true? Exactly. And that is our philosophy. That is our thinking of how we protect our environment. We use it. The people who live in the area must also benefit from it and be able to create wealth from it. That's our philosophy. And we have taken global leadership in this regard. Jamaica led the global lobbying effort as part of the High Ambition Coalition to secure a worldwide commitment to protect 30% of land and marine areas by 2030. In terms of terrestrial and marine protection, you would be happy to know that Jamaica has protected 25% of our land, up from 8% in 2016. We gave 14 new forestry orders protecting forestry areas. It is this administration that did, which was talked about for decades but never done, this administration that declared the cockpit country protected area, and it is this administration that declared the Black River protected areas. I am not coming to you with intention. I am coming to you with action. We have also been protecting mangroves. Our marine protection has reached 14%, and that will increase as well when we implement the Marine Spatial Plan, and we have the expansion of marine protected areas. We have attained some significant environmental milestones. We have completed the National Biosafety Policy. We have completed the Emissions Policy Framework. We have upgraded our climate change policy to make it more aligned with the Paris Declaration. We have upgraded our watershed policy. We have upgraded our forestry policy. We have upgraded our hazardous waste management policy. And we have upgraded our environmental management systems policy. We are currently working on the overarching protected areas policy. And that will help us to declare some areas as sensitive areas, which would be another step towards protecting more of Jamaica's environmental assets. We are going to be improving the keys management policy. You know, Jamaica has many little islands around it, which we really haven't put in place a structure as to how we manage them. But those are critical environmental assets, and that is towards moving to what we call the blue economy. We are working on the national swamp and freshwater policy, and the critical one, which is the beach access and management policy. That policy is almost complete, and very shortly we will bring that to the public, and I believe that that policy will solve many of the issues, which I pay very close attention to. I don't usually get involved in the back and forth and back and forth. My job is to come with the solution, not to just come with, say, I intend to do it. So when I speak, you have a solution. You know, there is a deep moral duty upon us to safeguard the natural world. Not as owners. There comes a point in time in your life that you realize that you really don't own anything. No matter if you have a title, you're going to pass at some point. And once you have that realization, then you begin to transition from the selfishness of ownership. Because ownership is very selfish. Ownership means you exclude it from everybody else, it's just mine. And then you begin to think like a trustee. The asset is in my hands. I have been given dominion and control over it, but I can't take it with me. So my job is to manage it, to hold it in trust for who will come next. My job is to improve it for the benefit of others and who will come next. And so today, we take the biblical admonition in Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to do what? To work and do what? Take care of it.